Hey guys, Sullivan Owen here. So I just did kind of a run through, a study of my 12 favorite neutral colored roses. And that means that I have a lot of roses left. I have some put aside to just see how long they last in a vase with just plain water. But I hadn't originally intended to make anything with them, but a long time ago, I saw a friend of mine who teaches floral design classes, Christian Tortue, who is a French designer, and I took several classes with him, and now would consider him a friend. And I watched him make our friend Eileen a huge bouquet out of some stems that were left from a class that he was teaching. And I feel like he used twine. I can't quite remember to manage it, but we'll see if I need twine. I just have a whole lot of floral tape. I don't know if I'm going to need the twine or not, so we'll see if I run out of steam and have to go get twine. Maybe I should have it in here to begin with. It's far, far away, and I have to go outside to find it. So we'll see if that comes back to bite me, but 240 roses, one bouquet. Let's see. That's about 30 roses so far. It's already pretty heavy. So the first problem I foresee is that I'm gonna have to move my hand down because I'm running out of space here. This is 50-ish roses, give or take. And I think I'm gonna have to make it wider and flatter. I don't wanna put a row of tape on just yet. I want to do one more. Let's see. Seemed like a good idea to try to do something with all of these. All right, so it's about 70. I feel like we'll weigh it so you guys understand I'm not being like total baby. Ugh, it really is quite heavy. Alarmingly so, considering I've only used four varieties of roses so far. ridiculous. But for anyone that knows me, you know that I'm very stubborn. And I'm gonna figure out how to get this done, whether I can pick it up at the end or not. That's 90, I think. I need something to put this in. All right, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 140 more roses to add. I am surprised that I'm still able to kind of adjust things, and I could probably cut them a lot shorter, but what I have to start doing, because I can't, I'm gonna have to start going like almost in perpendicular instead of trying to make like a rounded shape, because you can see they're just like jumping out of the side. Well, it almost looks better like that. Okay. Well, at least I know it holds itself together. Whether you're making a dozen rose bouquet or 135, let's say, I don't pull petals, damaged petals off until the design is finished. You can see they're definitely like going through some stuff here, and you're just gonna keep bruising the flowers while you do this. I think I'm gonna try going a lot lower on this. So the final step for anything featuring roses is like finish, design, get it to wherever it is you're going, and then look for any petals that you think don't look so hot. They just wind around. So ridiculous. All right. I don't want to pick it up. Some of them look a little tired. Tomato days. What will this fit in? Besides a bucket. I can't even see a place that they would go, but let's try. Nope. Ugh. This video definitely contains some of my best faces, I'm sure. Now I really want a zip tie. So there's a hand-tied bouquet of 240 roses, give or take a handful of casualties. Alright guys, so it is the next day after I made the rose colossus, I think is probably the best way to describe it. It doesn't look, I did fuss with it a little bit, leaving it in the vessel, which is now full of water. So after I weighed it, it turns out it weighs too much for my food scale, so I had to go find an old bathroom scale and subtract, but the total with the vase was 16 pounds, 8 ounces. The vessel probably weighs maybe a pound and a half, so 15 pounds or so of roses. That's not counting water. The whole thing's really, really heavy now. I feel like I can barely see. So yeah, so it's 235-ish roses. There were a few casualties. I will say, as I was fussing with it, there are roses that got swallowed by the other roses, so you're certainly not seeing surface-wise all of them. So I don't think a hand-tied bouquet is maybe the best way to go about a design like this. As much as it's I don't really consider it my style, there's something kind of fun about these mono floral designs. I was able to kind of play with the shape, and because the bouquet is kind of loose, I'm able to still kind of pull things out and fuss, but and I'm shocked that it doesn't look worse. Here I took some detail footage, but you know, considering I dropped it upside down repeatedly, really manhandled it to put the bindings on, it's really not as bad as I thought it could be. And I know I mentioned in the previous video, I talked about how rose prices can kind of fluctuate. So we're heading into Valentine's Day, which is honestly peak rose season. The more neutral colors have grown in popularity as people tend to shy away from traditional red roses. So the price of these does leap up. So I would estimate that depending on if you're in a major metro city versus a smaller town, I would estimate the cost of this around $3,000 around Valentine's Day. So there you have your $3,000 rose bouquet. Do I think you need to use 240 35, 40 roses to make a design like this. No. I think the most I've ever done for a client was maybe in the like 150 range. And it's really impactful when you get good big roses that open nicely. But you know, I'm sort of, as a designer, I tend to prefer mixed designs, playing with color, playing with texture. Certainly an all rose design is not, this was just like kind of a fun challenge to do because it had the roses around. So I think it's something that I can explore if I do more of these like rose features where I kind of bring in a whole bunch of roses at one time. I would like to continue this idea of exploring different color families of roses or maybe other flowers in the future. So maybe we'll see more of these like monofloral designs, just because I feel like I have to use the flowers as they come into the studio to make videos. But yeah, it's not a design you're going to see too often. So if you were, see, I feel like if you were a person sending this to somebody, I actually don't know that I would recommend this as like a gesture. This to me says I did something really bad that I have to apologize for. I don't know that it says like I love you 240 roses worth. So that's just me. 10 years of sending Valentines out for people. We read a lot of cards. We know a lot of the reasons people send flowers. So I don't know. I think this might be overkill. This is like the equivalent of like talking about getting married on the first date, I think. So, but this video is going up right before Valentine's Day, so hopefully you have already figured out what you're doing for Valentine's Day. I personally am taking the weekend off for the first time in 10 years. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Rose Colossus. Eileen, I'm thinking of you. I remember when Christian made you that bouquet. It was so much fun. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope somebody sent you some sweet peas since I know you love them. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you love all things floral, please subscribe to my channel. Like this video by giving it a thumbs up. Send it to somebody to say Happy Valentine's Day, since no one wants to buy this many roses for Valentine's Day. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.